The Magic go the other way with it. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, no splits here, partner. One team will have bragging rights, and a win tonight is the first step.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
DeRozan's shot is good.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Dennis Rodman, who's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Fournier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. Vince Carter picks one up.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic you mentioned a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
No good on the second free throw. And watching Evan Fournier, he's an intriguing 2-guard prospect. Saw his minutes, Greg, spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year.
Shot clock at 6. That is good. Nash has got his first 2 points of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Boy, I like the height that Evan Fournier has as a 2-guard. I mean, he doesn't have the lateral quickness that you'd like to see in that position, but as he gains strength, I think he should at least be capable and competent on the defensive end.
Now, here's Nash. Carter on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Carter's got his first points of the game.
Well, he's back and playing in front of his hometown, and it's such a rush of adrenaline when that happens. So you're going to be dealing with friends and family, asking for tickets, but the chance to come back to play where it all started and put on a show for the people you grew up with, there's not much more that's better in terms of motivation. And back to Fournier, his real upside is on offense. Streaky 3-point shooter, a crafty ball handler, and good vision from a passing standpoint. He just needs time on the floor and to continue to keep developing.
Free throw good, Smith. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
Here's Fournier. Puts it up. That one wide left.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Nash. Left side, Rodman. Off target with his three. The Magic trail by 13. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Dedmon. He's covered by Yao. Dedmon kicks to Watson. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Lasagna's shot is off. Carter. Shot is off. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Raptors lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them. Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning a championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Raptors enjoying a nice lead here.
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard, I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Sean Kemp. Carter is out there with Nash, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Picked by Vucevic. Harris dishes to Watson. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Hazanya, and stolen by Jordan. And Nash with a clear path to the hoop. And he gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
So for the Magic, Channing Frye's checked in for Hazanya. And it's Peyton in for C.J. Watson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Toronto.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim, and that's really what made it tough for them.
Now, here's Frye. Here's Vucevic, and he gets it to go. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Nash against Peyton. The dish to Kemp. Outside Jordan. Back to Kemp. From the line. Good as the jump shot falls. Kemp's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. For the Magic, it's never a good sign to lead the league in getting dunked on. Last year that happened. They had that dubious honor, unfortunately.
You know, and in general, Kevin, I mean, the Magic were just poor on defense. I mean, they couldn't stop the three. 2nd worst mark in the league at defending it. And overall, the 3rd worst field goal percentage against. So you know where their priorities were this past offseason.
Now here's Jordan following the missed shot by Tobias Harris.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure strength.
Oh, we could feel that one all the way over here.
And you could see it, that first step was so decisive, aggressive move to attack the rim.
Here's Payton after the Raptors pick up 2. 5 to shoot. And it's Harris off the drive. Shot from 12. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
With a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Great showing for him last season. 6th in rebounding, 9th in field goal percentage, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And he was a top 10 rebounder for good reason. I mean, he's incredibly intense, and he goes hard for the full 48 minutes.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Harris against Jordan. Harris passes to Payton. Here's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Over to the left wing. Here's Vucevic. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The Raptors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Picked by Vucevic. Payton drives in. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Payton. And it's 8 points for Vucevic.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front quarter. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
Payton against Nash. Payton kicks to Harris. Takes the 13-footer. No good. Good D by Jordan. Toronto leading by 23. Finished off the break. Jordan's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Payton. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Fry. Puts it up from 12. It's deflected. Oladipo against Nash. Here's DeRozan. Cranes it from beyond the arc. DeRozan's got 19 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Vucevic, and it's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Well, Greg, you were talking about watching Vucevic. He doesn't have the athleticism to beat people to the ball on rebounds, but Clark, he does have an exceptional, ability to box out well. He's got that long reach. He can make steals.
Good technique, really great size, and a hunger to chase down the rebound. So you don't have to jump high to rebound effectively. As a matter of fact, Kevin, most outstanding rebounders are not high risers. They're quick jumpers, they're strong, and they pursue the pumpkin.
That's a good point. Now here's Nash. 8 points for him. The screen from Kemp. And here's Jordan outside. It's rebounded by Payton.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And
wow. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. No good from Fry.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Kemp screen on Payton. Here's DeRozan. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Payton drives in. Great D that time from Jordan.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shaq with the screen. And DeRozan kicks to O'Neal. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Vucevic dishes to Fry. Oladipo outside. Releases. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Here's O'Neal. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
The feed to Jordan. Puts it up from 17. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got his 7th assist in the game. The Magic shooting a meager 37% for the game. Oladipo against DeRozan, and Fry kicks to Vucevic. Payton drives in, and that one's good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Nash, the pass to Jordan. And stolen by Fry. Payton dishes to Oladipo. They set the pick. Pass to Fry. Launches a 3. That's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Outside DeRozan. He kicks it to Kemp. And the layup falls. Kemp's got 6 in the quarter. Well, the Raptors show they can be a force in offense once again. That was very clearly a strength of the team last year, Greg.
Yeah, and Toronto has a lot of guys that can hurt you in a variety of ways. They can score in the half court, but are really explosive enough to get out and run if teams want to push the tempo.
Well, Orlando shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Picked by Vucevic. Payton outside. Picked by Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Payton kicks to Vucevic, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. First one falls for him.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, 10 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also, just battling hard on every possession.
The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
Here's Azania. Rodman covering. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Fournier. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, what's a bit alarming for the Magic at home is that it was a step back from the previous season. I mean, for a team that's supposed to be young and improving, they shouldn't be getting worse at home year to year.
And a big problem for the Magic at home was that they just didn't protect the rim. I mean, they would end with the second worst home field goal percentage against.
And the Magic making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. And he sinks the second. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Nash with it. He's got 8. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Carter. Watson with it. Guarded now by Nash. Here's Fournier. Down low. It's stolen by Rodman.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Nash dishes to Carter. Kicks to Yao. That's good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Watson kicks to Smith. To the inside. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Dedmon's shot is off.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Nash, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And it's off the back rim, no good. Magic shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Now Watson, looking for his first basket still in this one. Now the pass to Hazania. Feeds to Watson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And it was great to watch C.J. Miles last season. Finally, Clark got some significant playing time.
Yeah, and took advantage of it with the Pacers having Paul George on the sidelines due to injury until late in the season. They got a nice lift and contribution from C.J. Miles.
It's Nash with the drive. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Orlando now. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Watson's shot is off.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Rodman kicks to Yao. Picked by Yao. 6 to shoot, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Clock at 2. Carter inside the three-point line, and it's Carter again missing. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Raptors running away with this one. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 19 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The Magic shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 12th in steals, 12th in points off turnovers. And they were in the top half of the league in field goal percentage as a team. And part of that was due to the fact that they were a little inconsistent offensively.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Here's O'Neal, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists in the game. Shaq's gone a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Harris outside. Back to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Kemp against Payton. Down low. Here's Vucevic. It's blocked by Shaq. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Welcome fans to the FIBA qualifying round.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Outside DeRozan. Passes to Jordan. He dishes it to O'Neal. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Nash. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Welcome fans to the FIBA World Championships.
Here's Jordan. He's got 12. And here's Oladipo. Payton drives in. Another miss by Vucevic.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Nash outside. Dishes to O'Neal. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%. The Magic have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. Harris against Jordan. The kick out to Oladipo. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Nash with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Jordan can't get it to go.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 15.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Nash dishes to Kemp. Back to Nash. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. And again, Toronto no luck.
Even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Kempa screen on Payton. Nash kicks to O'Neal. Vucevic with the block. Jordan against Harris. Harris a screen on O'Neal. Back to Harris. The three. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 5 assists tonight.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
O'Neal a screen on Harris. Jordan the pass to Kemp. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. For Orlando, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Magic Dancers.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He told Harris that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
It's stolen by Oladipo, and up the court come the Magic on the break. Payton, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Kempa screen on Harris. Jordan kicks to Shaq, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to Payton. Gordon with a screen on Carter. 6 to shoot. Harris outside. From deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Kemp's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Carter dishes to Kemp. Here's Shaq, and he uses the glass on the layup. O'Neal's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Fry with the ball. O'Neal's there. Here's Harris. Kemp with the rebound. Kemp's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Carter kicks to Jordan. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
There's the dish to Fry. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Carter kicks to DeRozan. Shaq passes to DeRozan. The 10-footer. Here's Kemp. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many